पावनभ्य वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So thank you very much for attending the classes. It's a very important class, Srimad Bhagavatam, the thematic course. So we'll start with this one. I'm sharing this screen. Sorry. Let me share the screen. So Srila Prabhupada said that Srimad Bhagavatam is our knowledge is up to Srimad Bhagavatam, because Srimad Bhagavatam is the most important book of knowledge everybody should learn, and this is the only way we can get out from the clutches of the Maya. So therefore it is said that before we recite Srimad Bhagavatam, let us offer our Mangalachan prayer. Narayana namaskritta naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jaya mudirayat. Nasta prayesu abhadresu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavate uttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki. Before reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisance unto the personality of God and Narayana, unto Narayana Rishi, the supermost, unto Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. By regular attendance in the classes and Bhagavatam and rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed. And loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental song, is established as an irrevocable fact. So here it is stated that it is a means of conquest. What is that conquest? Conquest means victory. That means it is a means of conquering the punarjanma jayaya, how to conquer the birth and death. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, Prabhupada very nicely translate, it's a very means of conquest. Conquest the punarjanma jayaya, means cycle of birth and death. And by the regular attendance in the classes on Bhagavatam, nasta prayasu, all our infection, nasta prayasu abhadra. Abhadra means all infection. We have got infection, mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. Everybody is acting on this platform. All these three platform is infection. So as long as we have infection, even the mode of goodness is also infectious. So as long as we have got infection, just like if we are contracted with a disease like COVID or any other disease, so we are hospitalized, we are suffering. So as long as we are contracted, either it is a preliminary stage or intermediate stage, or it is a severe stage, it is infection. Even mode of goodness also infection. So nasta prayasu abhadra, so almost all 75% of our abhadra will be at once eradicated if we regularly attend the classes on Bhagavatam. Therefore, Prabhupada is recommended that even in the chapter 1, canto 1, it is stated that how you should regularly attend the classes on Bhagavatam. Particularly, Prabhupada has introduced morning Bhagavatam class every day without failing. It is so potent that it will purify, disinfect all our infections, avadra, by giving an oral reception, hearing it. And Prabhupada said that even after we do not have taste for hearing Bhagavatam, still we should sit in the classes. That will create the taste. That will create taste. So therefore, Prabhupada has strongly recommended that everybody should read Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam regularly. Never say he's like the randomly, regularly should hear every day. So on this note, we will start Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam Particularly, we'll go through the Canto 1 and Chapter 1 today, question by the sages. So we will introduce little Bhagavatam. I have already given a class just 2 days, 3 days before, Bhagavat Tattva, where I have described the glories of the Bhagavat. So we can hear that, we can know the glories, but still I have given here introduction of Bhagavatam. It's a crown jewel of all scripture, essence of all scripture, commentary on Vedanta Sutra. So this scripture is very, very important, Srimad Bhagavatam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never written any commentary on Vedanta Sutra because he accepted Bhagavatam as a commentary on Vedanta Sutra. Because Vedanta is, Veda means knowledge. Veda, the root word Veda comes from the Vid. Vid means to know. Veda means knowledge. Vedanta means ultimate knowledge. Ultimate knowledge to get out from this clutches of Maya and go back to our Godhead. And this Vedanta, the commentary, the purport of the Vedanta is Srimad Bhagavatam. It's a natural commentary on Bhagavatam. Therefore, by reading Bhagavatam, one can easily understand entire Vedanta Sutra and also go back to Godhead. Therefore, it is called essence of Sarva Vedanta Saram. There's a beautiful verses in Bhagavatam 12, 13, 15. It says that Sarva Vedanta Saram hi Bhagavatam. Here, very nice verses by Madhva Acharya. It is stated in Sisi Madhya. Arthayam Brahma Sutram. The meaning of Vedanta Sutra is present in the Srimad Bhagavatam. The full purport of Mahabharata is also there. The commentary of Brahma Gayatri is also there. Fully expanded with all Vedic knowledge. Srimad Bhagavatam is the supreme Purana, and it was compiled by the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his incarnation as Vasudev. The 12th canto, 335 chapter, 18,000 verses. So this Bhagavatam is a natural commentary of Vedanta Sutra. It has got 12 cantos, and there are 18,000 verses, 335 chapters actually. We will go through that. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, recently we had a Gaura Purnima celebration. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu conclusive opinion has given, there is a book called Chaitanya Manjusa. In that it is given, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that Aradhya Bhagavana Brajasya. Aradhya means object of worship. Our object of worship is Krishna, who is son of Nanda Maharaj. Tad Dhama Vrindavanam. Vrindavan Dham means transcendental abode. So that Dhama also worshipable. Ramya Kaschid Upasana Brajavadhu Vargena Kalpata. Upasana means worship. So the best worshipper of the Lord or best devotee of the Lord is gopis. The way which gopis perform. Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam. Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam. Pramanam means spotless. It is spotless authority. They know. Amalam, malam means dati or spot. Datiless. There is nothing, zero, anything we cannot find any inability, any shortcoming. That is Bhagavatam, full of spotless Purana. Prema Pumartha Mahan. The goal of life is pure love of Godhead. So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given the in conclusive opinion about the exalted position of the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's the Amalam Purana. And also Rupa Goswami says that there are 5 potents of bhakti. Rupa Goswami has compiled a book called Nectar of Devotion. In that he has given the how to execute bhakti. And there are different categories of bhakti. In the beginning there are sadhana bhakti. In sadhana bhakti there are 64 limbs. Out of 64 limbs, there are 5 limbs that are very, very important, very prominent. These 5 limbs called Sadhu Sangha, Nama Kirtana, Bhagavata Sarvana, Mathura Vasa, Sri Murtira Shraddhaya Sevana. So the Bhagavata Sravana is one of the 5 limbs of the bhakti. So therefore, hearing Bhagavatam is very, very important. Prabhupada also in the purport say, even reading Bhagavatam, hearing is more potent than reading Bhagavatam even. So, and Bhagavatam is non-different from Krishna. Just like when Krishna comes as a fish incarnation, he called Matsya Avatar. He comes as a half lion, half main Narasimha Avatar. When Krishna comes as a sound incarnation or literally incarnation, he is called Bhagavatam. He is called Bhagavatam. Therefore, Krishna and Bhagavatam is non-different. Padma Purana says that Padau Vadu Prathama, the two lotus feet of Krishna is called Canto 1, Canto 2. Titya Turayu Kathatau Yaduru. Thigh is 3/4, navel is 5, chest is 6, arms is 7 and 8, 2 arms. Throat is 9, Canto 9. Lotus feet is 10. Mukharavinda Dasama Prafullam. 10th canto is the face of the Lord, lotus face of the Lord. 4/8 is 11th canto, and Dwadasa Evapati, head is the Dwadas. Therefore, all the limbs of all the canto, 12 cantos, they are the limbs of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. So therefore, non-difference from Krishna. So here it is said that even there's a verse is there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say that Krishna Tulya Bhagavata. Krishna Tulya Bhagavata and Krishna is non-different. Sanatana Goswami, our great acharyas, who has beautifully written Brihad Bhagavatam Amritam, he told that Bhagavatam is my Madayeka Bandhu, Matasangin, Mataguru, Mata Mahadhana, Mananistaka, Madabhagya, Mada Ananda Namastute. He is my friend, Bandhu, my friend, my lovers, my spiritual master, my wealth, everything, my fortune. So that is my companion. Sangini means companion. So Sanatana Goswami is always carrying the Srimad Bhagavatam. He told this is everything because Krishna and Bhagavatam is non-different. And he told that Prati Akhyare Prema Varsa, every word of Bhagavatam gives you the love of Godhead. Sada Sarvada Seva, everybody should serve him. All the time and everyone should serve or hear Bhagavatam. And there is a saying that Veda Puranam Kavyam cha Prabhur Mitram Priya Evacha. So Veda teaches a teacher. Veda is teaching as a teacher. Do that. Athata Brahma Jigyasa. All these things is Veda is like a teacher. He is giving some instruction. And Puranam is like a friend, Mitram. He is explaining as a Mitra, friend. And all other Mahabharata, Ramayana, they are like a lovers. But this Bhagavatam has got everything. He is advising as a teacher, he is as a friend, he is teaching as a lover. All three things are there in Bhagavatam. Therefore, the position of the Bhagavatam is so great. So Prabhupada said that how to receive Srimad Bhagavatam. So proper method of receiving this transcendental message is to hear it submissively. A challenging attitude cannot help one to realize this transcendental message. One particular word is used here in proper guidance. The word is Susrusu. One most anxious to hear this transcendental message. That is the qualification. The qualification of Parikshit Maharaj, the qualification of 88,000 sages headed by Shaunak Rishi. One qualification. We are so eager to hear. Very anxious to hear. That is the qualification of hearing. One must be anxious to hear this transcendental message. The desire to sincerely hear this first qualification. Less fortunate people are not at all interested in hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. See, Prabhupada is saying that less fortunate person are not at all interested in hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. The process is simple, but the application is difficult. Unfortunate people find enough time to hear idle and social political conversation. But when invited to attend a meeting of devotee to hear Srimad Bhagavatam, they suddenly become reluctant. Sometimes the professional leader of Bhagavatam immediately plunge into the confidential topics of pastime of Supreme Lord, which they seemingly interpret as a sex literature. Srimad Bhagavatam is meant to be heard from the beginning. Those who are fit to assimilate this work are mentioned in this sloka. One becomes qualified to hear Bhagavatam after many pious deeds. See, one cannot everybody cannot do that. Because this Bhagavatam, first of all, one has to be anxious and one has to systematically hear, not to jump here and there, random this sloka, that sloka. From the very beginning, from the canto 1, you should start with the lotus feet of the Lord, canto 1 to canto 12, not just jump to the face first. Just like there's an injunction that one should start looking at the Lord from the lotus feet, not from anywhere, not from the face. So similarly, one should hear Bhagavatam from the beginning. The intelligent person without thoughtful discretion can be assured by great says Vasudev that he can realize Supreme Personality directly by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, without undergoing different stage of realization set forth in the Veda. One can be lifted immediately to the position of Paramahansa simply by agreeing to receive this message. So, how Bhagavatam is so important? It can lift us to Paramahansa, pure devotee. Because Bhagavatam, Krishna, Hari Katha attracts Hari. Bhagavatam attracts Hari. As soon as there is a Bhagavatam Katha, Lord immediately enter into our heart through the ears and destroy all the infections. Nasta prayasya abhadresh. That is the potency of Bhagavatam. Of course, there are so many verses from Padma Purana, from Bhagavatam also. I have already given the classes, so I did not include here. Maybe in the documents while giving you, I will include all this line one by one, all the verses. Because that day I have quoted like 30, 40 verses from different sources to glorification of Bhagavatam. Therefore, we will go to the, and one more thing is that Bhagavatam, it is stated that Vaishnavanam Priya. Those who claim to be Vaishnava, if they have no interest, if they are reluctant to hear and read, study Bhagavatam, that means they are not Vaishnava. Because it is said that Srimad Bhagavatam Vaishnavanam Priyam. This Bhagavatam is the dearmost subject matter of Vaishnavas. Dearmost subject matter. So therefore, if anybody claims to be I am devotee Vaishnava, they must have this interest or anxious to read and hear what is there in Bhagavatam. So we will go a very thematic way so that everybody can assimilate this easily. Otherwise, because it is 18,000 slokas, so to start Bhagavatam itself is difficult for devotee. They think it's so overwhelming, so complex. How to do that? Prabhupada said, no, by practicing, automatically you will start getting the taste and you can understand it. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1 is questioned by the sages. So it has got 23 verses, very small chapter. And first 3 verses is very, very important. It is the prelude to everything, invocation by Vyasadeva. 4 to 8 sages glorify Sutta Goswami. And 9 to 23 asks this question. We will go through this 6 question, all the things. So what are the questions? So I have given a very thematic way so that easy to understand when you go through all the things. So that easy to understand this verses, and I will also send the important sloka on this. So easy for you to what are this is question, what is chapter 1, chapter first verse, second verse, important verses. All theme has been given. So first verses is invocation prelude. It's a very, very important verses. Bhagavatam begins with a beautiful Mangalacharan by Srila Vyasadeva, the compiler, author. He told that Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadesya Tanvyatita Ratascha Vigyan Swara Tene Brahma Hudaya Adikavaya Muhyanti Sureha Tejavari Mirdam Jathavinima Atrati Sargamisra Dhamna Seno Sadan Hista Kurukam Satyam Paramadimai. A very nice definition of the absolute truth. So, first of all, we should know who is God. Therefore, in the beginning, he cleared it, that who is the supreme absolute truth? Who is that supreme truth? He defined that Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. He is offering obeisances. Vyasadeva is offering obeisances to Vasudeva, means son of Vasudeva Krishna. So everybody is offering obeisances. Sometimes we go in the traffic, we offer obeisances to a traffic police also. Nobody can say that I am not offering obeisances to somebody. But here, offering obeisances to the supreme truth. They are all relative truth. But supreme truth, relative truth means I may be Bill Gates now, but I cannot be Bill Gates throughout the life cycle. But Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, absolute truth, Satyam Paramadimai. And this traffic police is not the supreme truth. He is not. For the time being, we are offering obeisance. You are the master, because otherwise we will caught in the traffic. But actually, he is not the supreme, relatively supreme at that circumstances. But Krishna, in all circumstances, he is the supreme. Mataha parataram nanyat kinchit asti dhananja. Nobody is superior and equal to me in all circumstances. Therefore, he is absolute truth. Janmadesya Jatha means he is the primeval cause of cause, creation, maintenance, destruction of universe. So many people say that how this there is everything has a cause, everything has got a cause and effect. Some people say that who created this world, where is God and all. So here it is said that Janmadesya Jatha means there is always a cause and effect. Just like I have got my father has got my father's father, grandfather. In this way, there must be a cause, supreme cause. That is a common sense. Philosophy says that there must be a cause and effect. Everything has a cause and effect. My father is a father, is a father, is a father, father, father. Like this, it will go through the origin. Origin is called supreme father, supreme cause, cause of all cause. So here says Janmadesya Jatha means whole thing is created by him, maintained by him, destroyed by him. All other creation are dependent creator. Just like we are creating something, we are creating one aeroplane, creating something, skyscraper building. All this is a dependent creator. Just like in we used to do in our chemistry library, we do 2 hydrogen plus oxygen, we create water. But we cannot we cannot claim as I am the original creator, because I did not create the hydrogen, neither I create the oxygen. So everything is created by the original creator. We are called dependent creator, sometimes called secondary creator. So therefore it is said that the primeval cause, the primeval Lord is Krishna. He is also primeval cause of cause. There are seven characteristics of absolute truth. The Supreme Lord has been given in the first verse. He is the cause of everything, maintenance, destruction, and universe. He creates, he maintains, he destroys. And Anbayat itaratascha cha artheshu abhinkasurat. He directly, indirectly conscious of all manifestation. Sometimes they say that what is the difference between a watch and God? Watch also automatically doing, God also creating automatically by his energy. But they have forgotten that whatever the Lord created, that also again, that creates another things. But watch cannot create another watch. So whatever the Lord created, living entities and all, they creating another living entity. So that there is a very difference between this creation and that creation. And Anbayat itaratascha cha arthisu abhigya surat. He is directly or indirectly conscious of all manifestation. Prabhupada has given very nice that just like a engineer, chief engineer. A chief engineer, although he is not directly participating, but he knows every nook and corner of the construction because he is directing. So therefore, Krishna knows everything. Is conscious of all his manifestation. We do not know. We do not know. We are not conscious about our body also. How we are eating, and this all the system, all the food is now by the process. Eh? By the process, it transforms into the blood. We do not know. We are unaware of our body itself. But Krishna and our different is that he directly, indirectly conscious of all his manifestation. And Swarat fully independent. Is fully independent. We are not independent. Nobody, up to Brahma also is not independent. Brahma could not create the material world. He has to do tapa. He has to meditate on Krishna. And Krishna imparted knowledge. Then he created the world. So he is dependent on something. So we are always dependent on something, relative world. But Krishna is not dependent. Just like I am dependent on my father. Father created me. My father dependent on his father. But if you go to the Supreme Father, he is the origin. Nobody create God. Somebody say, who create God? No. God is the origin, cause of all cause. Nobody created God. Therefore, he is independent. But we are all dependent. Teine Brahma Hudaya Adikavyo. He first imparted Vedic knowledge to the heart of Brahma. Brahma is called Pitama, first living entity. He did not know how to create the world. Therefore, Lord has imparted this knowledge to the heart of the Brahma in the very beginning. Mihanti Asura, even a great sage demigod are placed into illusion. Tejabari Murdar, as one is bewildered by illusory representation of the water seen in fire, land seen on water. So how it is, supposing if you take the water, if you take the earth, you take the and mix it and fire, you can get a brick. In the brick, we are making skyscraper building, this building, that building, all this illusion and thinking that, oh, this is very permanent. This is the absolute truth. But this is all temporary manifestation. Whole material world is bhuta bhuta pralyate, Bhagavad Gita. So is a it is a, what you say, temporary manifestation. Therefore, it is said that Muhyanti Surya, even the great demigod also plays into illusion. Because they are bewildered. Oh, this combination of everything looks very real. Just like the children, they used to play PUBG, all these games, PUBG and some other things, Among Us and some other thing. And they are so of superior quality, they think that it's a very real world game. That is illusion, actually. Similarly, we think that, oh, this material world is illusion. Even the demigods also bewildered, what to speak about the horse. And here, because why? Here it is defining the two energy of the Lord. One is his spiritual energy, material manifesto, material energy. Only because of him, temporary material universe appear factual. So he's so much illusion, everything like a real. Oh, everything thinking that this is real and I am going to stay here permanently. This is my permanent home. Eternally, Dhamna Sena Sada Nirastako, eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from illusion. There's another world apart from this material world. This material world is a fragmentation, 25% of creation. And there are billions of Jasekani Swasita Kalam, billions of material world is coming out. Universe is coming out from breathing process. One breathing process from the pores, billions, trillions of world is coming out. And so many billions, trillions of the material universe is nothing but a 25% of its creator. 75% is spiritual energy, which never annihilated. It is his abode, spiritual world. Here, yet what is that called? 820 Avyakta Vyakta Sanatana. Paratasmastu Anyata Vyakta Vyakta Sanatana. It is Sanatana, eternal, never annihilated. So he said, Dhamna Seno Sada Nirasta Kukam means free from illusion. That is my abode. That is the abode of Supreme Absolute Truth. Satyam Paramadhimahi. I meditated upon that Absolute Truth. So here is defining the Absolute Truth with 7 characteristics, that he is the supreme cause of creation, maintenance, and destruction. He is directly, indirectly conscious of all his manifestation, Avijña Swarat, Avijña, fully independent is Swarat, and he imparted this knowledge to Brahma. Even the great sages, they are bewildered by his illusion. And all this material universes is manifested by him. But he is always there in eternal abode, which is free from illusion. Therefore, I meditate the Parama, Satyam Parama Dimahi, Satyam Parama. There is no supreme truth higher than me. He is the Satyam Parama, absolute truth. Om Tat Sat. Prabhupada used to write Om Tat Sat, 17th chapter also, Bhagavad Gita, Om Tat Sat. So, this is the absolute truth. So, that is the first verse defining the 7 characteristics. He is the primary cause, he is cognizant or aware of all his creation. Primeval cause means Sarva Karana Karana. Independent enlightener. Tena Brahma the Adikava. He is the Adi Guru. He imparted the knowledge, the heart of the Brahma. He is the builder. He builder even the demigods. He is the factual basis and eternal abode. So the 7 characteristic of the Lord is given in this beautiful first verses. First verse is defining the absolute truth. Without knowing who is God, what is his characteristic, we will be bewildered. Therefore, First Mangalacharan Vasudeva is clearing the fact that the God is son of Vasudeva, Krishna. Obeisance unto the Krishna, the supreme personality of God, and Vasudeva directly indicate the Lord Krishna, who is in the divine son of Vasudeva and Devaki. This fact will be more explicitly explained in the text of this work. So the Vasudeva opinion is that Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. Because Krishna, the God, absolute truth, has so many plenary and person of plenary person. But it is say in Krishna Sandarbha, Jiva Goswami say, Etatam sa kalapusya Krishna tu Bhagavan Swam. Krishna is the original source of everything. Is the Punna Bhagavan. So Lord Krishna position is confirmed here by Vasudev that he is the supreme cause of all cause. He is the absolute truth. And Prabhupada says that Krishna is the cause of all causes. It is explained in the later chapter while this work is described by Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya, the spotless Purana, because it contains the transcendental narration of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So second verse we will go. Second verse is glorifying the Bhagavatam. The dharma projita kaitava atra param nirmas saranam satyam vedyam vastavam atra vastu shivadam tapatra mulanam Srimad Bhagavata Mahamani kirte kimba paririshwara sadhya hudeshu avarudyate atra kritivi susurvi tatakhanad. Very, very important verses because the glories of Bhagavatam. He said that dharma projita kaitava, completely reject material motivated religion. There are so many religion which purpose is dharma, artha, kama, moksha. First is dharma, because without dharma, religiosity, we are animal. Dharma nahi na pasubi saman. Ahara, what is that? Eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Ahara, nidya, bhaya, maithuna. So these four things are there in equal. Dharma is very important. If you do some religious activities, then you will get some artha, money. After getting this money, you will do some material desire, fulfill your material desire. Then, when you are frustrated, you will find you want to be liberated, moksha. So here it is said that completely reject material motivated religion. All this material motivated religion is completely rejected in this Bhagavatam, because it propounds highest truth. What is the highest truth? Highest truth is how to develop the love of Godhead. That is the highest. Panchama, what is that called? There is beautiful verses, CC Adi 785. The Panchama Purushartha. The four Purushartha called Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. That is called human life, but human purpose of life. But there is a highest goal that is called love of Godhead, Prema. So this Bhagavatam is propound the highest truth of telling us the love of God is the highest. Sabai punsam paro dharma jato bhakti radhokyada. The highest purpose of humanity is to develop love of Godhead. Nirma saranam satam vedam is understandable by devotee who are pure in heart, non-envious. The person who is envious, he cannot understand Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is Gayatri. So this Gayatri mantra Satyam Parama Dhimahi. Dhimahi, this Gayatri is there. Gayatri means a Brahmana. Brahmana is in mode of goodness. So unless we are in mode of goodness, we cannot understand this Bhagavatam. No, very difficult to understand. It distinguishes highest reality from illusion for the welfare of all. So higher related, so distinguishes it is what is Maya, what is not Maya. And this is for the welfare of all. Uproot the threefold of misery, tapatra mulanam. Everybody is suffering. Material world means acting on three modes of material nature, mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. The threefold of misery is there. What is the threefold? Adhyatmic, Adidavik, Adibhautik. The misery by the mind and body, misery by others, misery by the higher authority, demigods, calamities, and all. So therefore, it uproots not only mitigate it is uproots all the misery. That is the power of glories of Bhagavatam. And it is Mahamuni Krite, compiled by Vasudev in its maturity. See, this book is not a normal book, general books. No, it is compiled by Vasudev in its. Vasudev is the incarnation of the Godhead. So he compiled in its maturity. After compiling all Veda, Vedanta, all the Purana, finally he compiled it. His spiritual master. He was not happy after compiling everything. Then his Narada Muni instructed, no, you compile Srimad Bhagavatam. That is enough for everybody, because that will contain the glorification of the Supreme Lord. It will directly broadcast the glories of the Supreme Lord. By hearing this one, everybody can free from the clutches of Maya and free from the suffering and go back to Godhead. Kimba Pare, what is the need of any other scriptures? There is no need of any other scripture. The Bhagavatam is enough to get us out from the clutches of Maya. There is no need of reading this Purana, that book, this book. No, Veda, Vedanta, no need. Srimad Bhagavatam is alone is sufficient. Ishvara Sadhya Hudaya Aburuddha, the Supreme Lord is established within the heart at once, as soon as one is attentively, submissively hear Bhagavatam. That is the glory of Bhagavatam. Pravishta Kannar Andrena, later chapter, it is stated that as soon as you hear Bhagavatam, Krishna enter through the ears into our heart and destroy all inauspiciousness, cleanses all dirty things. Therefore, the Bhagavatam is so so important, so dear to the Vaishnavas, because it attracts Krishna. Whole idea to attract Krishna. Everybody wants to approach Krishna, but Krishna approaches the devotee if devotee is submissively hearing Bhagavatam or glorifying Bhagavatam. Krishna approaches himself. Krishna comes. Tatakhyana, immediately comes. That is the statement, very authoritative statement by Vasudev. Then it is in third chapter, it is inviting to release Bhagavatam. So here the author is inviting everyone. Because why? He says that Nigama Kalpataru Galitam Phalam is a ripened fruit of Vedic desire tree. The Veda is like a desire tree. It gives you everything. Supposing I want to become a rich person, Vedas has got every information. I want to become an Indra. I want to become a Brahma. Veda has got all knowledge. And that Veda desire is ripened fruit. Ripened fruit means which is already ripened. Very, very tasty. So that fruit is Bhagavatam. Nigama kalpatul galitam phalam, emanating from the sukha mukhad amrita darba samjutam. It is emanating from the Sukadev lips. It has become even sweeter. Just like a fruit, if it is tasted by the parrot, it is more tastier. Similarly, when the Bhagavatam is this Bhagavatam is emanating from Sukadev Goswami, therefore it is tastier. It's a nectarian juice, is a perfect in all respect. Drink again and again. This nectarian juice releasable for everyone, O expert and thoughtful man. So here it is, Vasudev, the author, is inviting everyone, please come and drink. This is a ripened fruit. You don't have to chew it. It's already juice form. Just drink it. It's so sweet. It's a nectarian and perfect in all respect. The Pivata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasika Bhuvyav is inviting to everybody, even a liberated person also is inviting. Please come and release this Bhagavatam. So Prabhupada given a purport how we can refrain hearing. Here, although the Vasudev or all the scriptures, all the scriptures say that you should hear Bhagavatam, but here Prabhupada says that refrain hearing from a business-minded person. Professional man who makes a business out of reciting Bhagavatam illegally, certainly not a representative of Sukadev Goswami. Such a main business is only to earn livelihood. Never charge money for Bhagavatam. Never, this is not Brahmana, never charge. The professional reciter, they do like this. They do for the sake of the money. They do Bhagavad Saptah and all. And they earn money. India also very rampant. So one should not hear from them, professional reciter. Mistake by professional reciter. They usually plunge into the subject matter of rasa dance, which is misunderstood by the foolish class of men. Some of them take this to be immoral, while others try cover it up by their own stupid interpretation. So they sometimes the professional reciter, they go to direct 10th chapter. Oh, what is the rasa dance? First of all, you should know. See, Krishna's pastime is not just the rasa dance. Krishna pastime is Bhagavad Gita speaking also. This is pastime. Krishna is absolute. There's no difference between Krishna speaking Bhagavad Gita, Krishna dancing with the gopis. Prabhupada say that. There's no difference between the Krishna creating world, maintaining the world, and destroying the world. How he created the world. That's not different from this other pastime or rasa dance. People think that, oh, rasa dance is the prime essence, let me jump into that. No, Prabhupada very much strictly said, no, you should not hear from the professional reciter. Otherwise, you must hear Bhagavatam. So now, it is a setting scene for the sage of inquiry. The Bhagavatam begins that with the narration that once in a Naimisharan, a great sages headed by Saunakurushi assembled to perform 1,000-year sacrifice. One day after performing morning duty, respectfully offer Vyasasana to Sutta Goswami. So here very important. This is the second narration of Bhagavatam on Naimisharana, at Naimisharana. First narration is given by Sukadev Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj. That place is called Sukratal. We had a fortunate to last December, we went to that, not last December, last year we went to that place, Sukratala, that place where Sukadev Goswami spoke. And that time Sutta Goswami was present. He heard the Bhagavatam from Sukadev Goswami. Second narration, he is now speaking Srimad Bhagavatam at Naimisharana to all the sages. And we are also planning this December to go to Naimisharana. The prelude of Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken in this previous 3 slokas. Now the main topics of this great literature is being presented. Srimad Bhagavatam. After its first recitation by Srila Sukadev Goswami was repeated for the second time at Naimisharana. So first 3 verses are just a prelude. It's a Mangalacharan. Who is the absolute truth? What is his characteristic and glories of Srimad Bhagavatam? And inviting everyone to come and hear. Now the 4th verses actually begins really the subject matter. And Sutta Goswami, when 88,000 sages, they are doing the fire sacrifice, and one day they put the Vyasasana, then asked Sutta Goswami to see, requested Sutta Goswami to see. Why particularly Naimisharana was selected to perform great sacrifice? Because in the Vaivashishta Tantra, it says that Brahma, the engineer of this particular universe, contemplated a great wheel which could enclose the universe. The hub of the great circle was fixed at a particular place known as Naimisharana. That is the hub of the universe. Similarly, there is another reference, it is said that Maharapurana, that by performance of sacrifice at this place, strength of demoniac people is curtailed or reduced. The Brahmanas prefer Naimisharana for such sacrifice performance. These are very, very important places, holy places. Therefore, the Naimisharana was chosen for the great sacrifice. And why sacrifice is performed? So the devotee of the Lord Vishnu offer all kind of sacrifice for his pleasure. Why? Because it is said that to please the Supreme Lord, Yajna is meant for Yajnate karma nanyatha lokayam karma bandhana. So whole idea is to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so that we can deliver from the bondage, and it will bring all the peace and prosperity, welfare of the all living being. Therefore, all the sacrifices should be done for the pleasure of the Lord. So, why the great sages perform sacrifice? Because great sages always anxious to do good people in general. Such sages headed by Saunakuruchi, other assembled at this holy place, Naimisharana, with a program of performing a great continuous chain of sacrificial ceremony. They want to do sacrificial ceremony for the do good to people, because Kali Yuga is coming, imminent, impending. So therefore, they thought that Kali Yuga is full of fallen soul. So for the welfare of the people, because Vaishnavas, devotees are paropakar, they are always think of welfare of others. There's a beautiful verses in Bhagavatam. It is say that 4:12:36 say that only a person who is always thinking about the welfare of other living entity, they are qualified to go back to Vaikuntha. So therefore, the devotee is always not selfish. They want to do paropakar. So they were thinking that how to do the welfare. So they are doing sacrificial ceremony. Because forgetful men do not know the right path for peace and prosperity. However, sages know it well. Therefore, for the good of all men, they are always anxious to perform acts which may bring about peace in the world. They are sincere friend to all living entity. At the risk of great personal inconvenience, they are always engaged in the service of the Lord for the good of the people. Just like Prabhupada. He went with a freighter cargo ship to America, undergoing two heart attacks, so much trial, trouble, tribulations. Why for? Just to uplift the conditioned soul, for the welfare of the conditioned soul. Otherwise, he would have stayed in Radha Damodar temple. Beautiful. He has his own house, own room. Very nice temple, nice environment. No, he took this risk because they cannot see the inconvenience of other people. Even they will get personal inconvenience, but they want to do engage in the service of others. So particularly Vyasa asana, it is said that Vyasa asana given means Vyasa asana is very important. Here it is said that morning is the best time to hold spiritual service. One day in the morning. So the great says offer the speaker Bhagavatam, speaker of the Bhagavatam, an elevated seat of respect called Vyasa asana or seat of Srila Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva is original spiritual preceptor for all men. And all other preceptors are considered to be his representative. A representative is one who can exactly present the viewpoint of Srila Vyasadeva. That is very, very important. Hearing Bhagavatam means hearing our, whatever it is written here is Prabhupada. So that means we are hearing from a disciplic successor. Without hearing from a representative exactly the viewpoint of Vyasadeva, we will be misled. Even those many devotees they speak, but as soon as they manufacture something, their own idea, that will be not so accurate. Therefore, we should present as it is, as Prabhupada is present. This is the view, and disciplic succession means the same conclusion, same message. Therefore, Guru is one, because message is one. Although there are so many Gurus, but actually Guru, they say Guru is one, because message should be one. How Bhagavatam was received? Vyasadeva impregnated the message of Bhagavatam into Srila Sukadeva Goswami, and Sutta Goswami had it from Sukadeva Goswami. In this way, the Bhagavatam is received. So, who is this Goswami? Goswami means representative of the bona fide representative of the Vyasadeva in the chain of disciplic succession understood to be Goswami. So, qualification of the hearer. Those who listen to Bhagavatam may put question to the speaker in order to elicit the clear meaning. But this should not be done in challenging spirit. So here it is said that all the sages, they are asking question. Today's topic is 6 questions by the sages. So hearer means simply should not be like hear only, but no more question. No, we should surrender, not in a challenging mood. Panipatena paripresana seva. We have to question so that clear the idea, clear any doubts. That is there. Otherwise, we simply do not know whether we have understood or not, So now, the sages are praising the quality of Sutta Goswami. They are telling Sutta Goswami that you are free from all vices. Well read in scripture, Purana, Itihasa, experienced in explaining them well. Eldest learned in Vedas, gentle, pure, simple, submissive. Therefore, your gurus endowed you with all favor. So this is very important. Spiritual quality of Sutta Goswami, the primary quality is given here. That you submissive, the primary quality is that your guru endowed with favor. Jasya prasada bhagavat prasad. Without mercy of spiritual master, nobody can speak Bhagavad. That is important. So because Sutta Goswami has heard from his Sukadev Goswami, and he was endowed with the mercy to speak. That is the most, therefore, this is the very primary quality of Sutta Goswami. We should hear from disciplic succession. Without hearing from disciplic succession, nobody can present the Bhagavatam. No way. So that is the qualification, therefore, quality of a speaker. Therefore, they are praising Sutta Goswami. Prabhupada is writing in this purport that to hear and explain them is more important than reading them. See, reading them, you will be bewildered. You will thinking this, that, how, I mean, you will misinterpret, you cannot understand. But hearing and explaining, that will clear your things. One can assimilate the knowledge of the revealed scripture only by hearing, explaining. Hearing is called Sravanam, explaining is called Kirtan. This is Prabhupada is revealed. So, hearing and explaining is more important than reading. Many people are reading, but still cannot understand the essential message of Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because you should hear. Prabhupada has given a classes, so many classes, London, Caracas, this all 4-5 times he has given this Canto 1, Chapter 1. The first verses he has given so many times. So you should hear it. Then you explain it. If you do not hear from Prabhupada, it is very difficult to explain. And secret of success in spiritual life, the primary quality of Sutta Goswami is that the secret of success is to satisfying spiritual master, therefore getting his sincere blessings. Without blessing, Yasya deve para bhakti jatha deve tatha guru tasyasti kathitai artha prakasante mahatma. So here it is said that the purport of the scripture is revealed to those who have implicit faith in Krishna and Guru. Satasthara Upanishad stated here. 647 purport, this verse. So therefore, secret of success means one has to get the mercy of spiritual master. One has to satisfy spiritual master. Then one can easily advance. So then the sixth question is starting. The first question has been given, has been asked, please explain. Please explain. Before that also there's a beautiful verses is there. So I think I did not add it on 9 to yes, it's there. So first question is asked that please explain in easy and understandable way what is the absolute ultimate good for the people. This is the first question. What is the ultimate good for the people? Because in Kali Yuga, the quality of people of Kali Yuga is very, very, what you say, abominable. Prayena alpayusha sabya kalau asmin yuge janaha. Manda sumanda mataya manda bhage upavita. People are short-lived. Nobody living for 100 years even. Lazy in both way. Lazy in really lazy in spiritual realization also. Sleeping. Lazy means sleeping. Misguided. Sumanda mataya. Those who are interested to learn something, they are misguided by so many gurus, so many so-called babas. And manda bhage, unlucky. Very unfortunate. And disturbed by so many kind of economic embarrassment, this embarrassment, that is this encumbrance, so disturbed. So therefore, we should tell us what is the ultimate good for the people, particularly in this age of Kali. Actually, that many scripture, what is the essence of scripture that benefits everyone? There are so many scriptures are there. What is the essence of many scriptures that benefits everyone? What was the reason for which Lord Krishna appeared? That is the third question. Because scripture provide different methods. There are so many scriptures are there. So they are different method. But here Sutta Goswami is saying essence of all scripture. Because in this age it is not possible for the fallen soul to understand and undergo all the lesson of all these various scriptures. No. It is not possible. We have no time to read all the things. Therefore, you tell us what is the essence of all scripture. Therefore, the Bhagavatam comes into the picture. It is the essence of all scriptures. And they request the sage that why they request the sage to particularly, because they know that this age of Kali is very bad. So therefore, they are requesting Suta Goswami to summary all the revealed scriptures and give us the essence. Instead of going through all these books, Veda, Purana, you give one essence, that's all, which covers everything. So very, very important point. And the characteristic of people of age of Kali, we have seen already, we've gone through. Then Sutta Goswami, then there is all the sages, they have told that we are eager to hear about Krishna, it is beneficial and uplifting. After asking 3 questions, they are telling we are eager to hear. That is the qualification of the hearer. They should be eager, enthusiastic. They should be anxious to hear. Sususuma mananam. Tanno sususuma mananam. We are eager to hear. And why eager to hear? That is Prabhupada say that the condition for hearing. Prabhupada very nicely given the verse purport. The condition for hearing the transcendental message of absolute truth are set forth herein. First condition is that audience must be very sincere and eager to hear. And speaker must be in the line of disciplic succession from a recognized acharya. That is important. The transcendental message of the absolute is not understandable by those who are materially absorbed. Under the direction of a bona fide spiritual master, one becomes gradually purified. Therefore, one must be in the chain of disciplic succession, learn the spiritual art of submissive hearing. One is to hearing, submissively hearing. And another thing he told that holy name liberates even unconscious chatting. Apanna samstitam gauram yan nama vyasaginam tas sadhya vimuchyate yad vivate soyam bhayam. The holy name, chanting of the holy name is so potent that even a person who is enmeshed in this material existence unconsciously chant, he will be at once liberated. Sadhya means immediately. Vimuchyate means liberated. The power of the holy name is given here. Of course, there is, we can see the example of Ajamila also. How by unknowingly he chanted the name of the Narayana, which was not addressed to his Narayana, but addressed to his son. But still he liberated, he went back to Vaikuntha. That is the power of chanting the name of the Lord. Then the sages said that they compare that a devotee is greater than even Ganges. Why? Because just like we have just Kumbh Mela. Kumbh Mela people go for purifying themselves. But do you think that after taking bath they have changed? They might have purified. Still, it takes time to completely purify them. Because after a long period of time, one can purify by taking bath in Ganges. But on the other hand, simply by devotees, the power of devotee, one can immediately sanctify. Those people who went to Kumbh Mela after coming, they are not committing any mistake. They are committing any mistake because it will take long time to purify. But devotees, oh, yet pada samre sutta munaya prasamayana sadhya punnanti upasrishta. Sadhya means immediately. Just an example of, there's a hunter who met Narada Muni. And that hunter was killing all the animals half dead. But as soon as he come in contact with Narada Muni, on the advice of Narada Muni, he broke his bow and arrow, he left his occupation, and he went and chanted Hare Krishna. And within a few months, Narada Muni, along with his friend, came to visit. And they saw that this devotee, that hunter, cruel hunter, now he's cleaning the place because ants are there. Ant may be killed by his step. or by someone coming step. So much he was changed, he's purified. Even a small ant, he is taking care. He's saving them. Those who are killing every animal. Therefore, he say that devotees are more powerful than Ganges. Because as soon as you come in contact with devotee, you will be purified more. Because devotee always will be speaking about Krishna Katha only. Devotee association means Ravanam Kirtan, no more mundane talking, political, psychology, cricket, Bollywood, IPL. No. They will be talking about all this Krishna Katha. That is the real devotee association. So when you come with the genuine devotee association, automatically by hearing purification, Sokotha Krishna, Punya Sravana Kirtana. Invantam Sokotha Krishna, Punya Sravana Kirtana. One who desiring to deliverance from the sin would not want to hear Lord glories. Kava Bhagavatasya Punya Slokasya Karmanaha. Who can be denied to hear Bhagavatam? If somebody desire to, I want to deliver, I want to get out from this sin, I want to get out from the sins, I want to get out from this material existence, who will not hear? Kava Bhagavatasya. Because Jasya Kali Malapaham, all the contamination of Kali can be eradicated by hearing Bhagavatam. Therefore, it is saying that who desiring to deliverance from sin would not want to hear Lord's glories. So it is stated that how the pure devotee is more powerful. By the mercy of a pure devotee, one can easily sanctified. So therefore, hearing about the Lord to get out from the clutches in the age of Kali. Because this age is called condemned age due to quarrelism feature. Therefore, so by hearing Bhagavatam, one can easily get out from these clutches of Kali. The fourth question is that describe about the Lord Purusha Avatar. Fifth question, describe about Lord Leela Avatar. So, Purusha Avatar, Leela Avatar, because Lord has so many incarnations. It is said that in these beautiful verses. Asankhya Avatarai Asankhya Hari. Advaita Machutam Anadir Ananta Rupam. So many incarnations of the Lord. Particularly this category. I will show you, see what are this category. So they want to know about what is the Purusha Avatar, Leela Avatar. Because this Avatar incarnation comes, the purpose of the incarnation to reclaim the conditioned soul. And sometime in Leela Avatar, they do some pastimes so that we will be attracted to the Lord. Because we are attracted to the Bollywood, Hollywood. Krishna enacted Anugrahaya Bhaktanam, Manusim Tanuastritam. So he comes and enacts some pastime so that it is a, Bhaktivedanta sources, they say that it is a concession. It's a concession for the conditioned soul. Lord disclose his pastimes to attract the conditioned soul towards him. So he comes as a Leela Avatar. And Purusha Avatar, he comes and creates this material world to give us opportunity to go back to Godhead. Give us opportunity. There are two kinds of living entity. One is eternally liberated, one is eternally conditioned. Nitya Mukta, Nitya Baddha. We are called Nitya Baddha, eternally conditioned. We do not know how long. Before the creation also, we are conditioned. Before even creation also. We had the desire that I want to come out from the Lord. So Lord is now creating and giving us the opportunity, creating this material world as his Purusha Avatar, giving us opportunity so that we can rectify and go back to Godhead. Just like a government is creating the jail. Why he is constructing a jail? Because he is giving an opportunity, person who desire to violate the law, they can come here, reform, and again come out from it. So therefore, the sages are interested to know about the Purusha Avatar, Leela Avatar. They are very auspicious to hear. And they are telling no satiation in hearing. You speak Bayam Tuna. Vitipriyam Uttama Sloka Vikarme. Yes, Sinbantam Rasajanam Sadhu Sadhu Swadu Sadhu Pade Pade. We are not satiated in hearing. Our thing 1 hour, more than 1 hour class means we will be like, oh, when will be like Gantharaj Bhagavatam ki jai. There is saying that you want to sleep, make the devotee sleep, you should start Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Everybody will sleep Bhagavatam class. You want to make them awake, Mahaprasade Govind, immediately everybody awake. So our conditioning state, we are not interested, we have no taste for hearing Bhagavatam. So by somehow we forced to, as Prabhupada has given order, that we must hear class. So force ourselves to attend the class, we will get a taste. So because why they want to hear about Purusha Avatar or the Avatar, Lila Avatar? Because the Lord pastime is not stale, it's like ever fresh, Nitya Nutanaha. The difference between a mundane story, mundane film, you cannot shift the movie again and again. But Lord pastime is Nitya Nutanaha, every time new and new. There's a beautiful verse at 7, 10, 51, 20, where it is Rukmini say to Brahmana, Nitya Nutanaha, Krishna Katha is always new and fresh. New and fresh. It is not stale. So therefore, his incarnation is all these things, pastime of the Lord is transcendental and is very auspicious. So here it is given that there are 6 kind of avatar is there. Purusha avatar, Guna avatar, Lila avatar, Manmanta avatar, Jigo avatar, Saktavesh avatar. I have given a very vivid explanation when I was giving the class teaching of Lord Chaitanya to Sanatana Goswami. So the avatar, the different transcendental form of the Lord. Purusha avatar is Garbhodakha Sai Vishnu, Mahavishnu or Karanadakha Sai Vishnu, Garbhodakha Sai Vishnu, Khirodakha Sai Vishnu, who created the material world. Guna avatar is Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar. Lila avatar, Ram, Krishna, all these things. Manmantra avatar, all the 14 Manus in Moon Brahma days. Juga avatar, sometimes he's called Hansa, all different Juga he's come, a different avatar. Satyavesa avatar is empowered incarnation like Parsuram, like Narada Muni. Even Prabhupada also Satyavesa avatar. So Satyavesa avatar means was empowered, Prithu Maharaj. So these are called Satyavesa avatar. Even Sesnag. So in this way, different avatar. So they want to know about Purusha and Lila avatar. Because Purusha avatar is the creator, creation, how Lord created, and Lila avatar is his pastimes. So last 6 question is asked here. Lord Krishna along, no, not here, last verse. Lord Krishna along with Balaram did so many superhuman activities. So they want to know about the Lila avatar, Krishna, Balaram, all the thing called Lila avatar. Knowing Kali Yuga has started, we are assembled here to hear about Lord's divine message. Why? Because Kali Yuga is so dangerous that it will take away all our goodness. Therefore, due to the dangerous haze, so it is stated in this verse also, you say, that is such a dangerous haze that it will take away all our goodness. So, therefore, all the sages, they want to hear, because Krishna Katha is very purifying. It purifies all our contamination, it will create a revolution in the misdirected mind of impious people. It will purify us. Whole idea is purification. Krishna consciousness is a process of purifying. We are now contaminated with material conception of life. We are thinking, I am the body, I am the master, I am the Lord, this is my permanent house, my paraphernalia, my wife, my children, I, me, mine platform. So these are the contaminations. That contamination has to be eradicated. That contamination should be purified. Therefore, this Bhagavatam is very, very important. And this pastime of the Lord purify. Sinmantam Sokotha Krishna, Punya Sravana Kirtana, Udantostani Abhadrani, Vidunati Swasatam. It will be clearly cleansed by hearing the pastime of the Lord. It is very auspicious. particularly in this age of Kali. I've posted 2 days back, I think yesterday, 11/6/24, 11/6/45. 11/6/24, it is said that in this age of Kali, those who are pious people, they hear the Krishna Katha, the glories of the Lord, and easily get out, easily cross the darkness of the age. Therefore, the sages, they want to hear Krishna Katha. Therefore, Prabhupada said that recommendation here, learned men therefore must cautious of this age. If they at all want to cross over the dangerous ocean of Kali, they must follow the footsteps of the sages of Naimisaranya. Except the Sutta Goswami or his bona fide represented by the captain of the sea. The sea is the message of Lord Sri Krishna in the shape of Bhagavad Gita or the Bhagavatam. Unless we are hearing this Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam, we cannot get out. You are the captain who can help us sail over the insurmountable ocean of Kali. Kali Sattva Haram Pusma. See, Kalim Sattva Haram Pusma. That means in Kali Yuga, it will take away all mode of goodness. Everybody is passion and ignorance, 99.99% in the age of Kali. Because the characteristic of the Kali that Sattam Haram Punsam, it will plunder or takes away the mode of goodness. Because mode of goodness is very prerequisite for spiritual cultivation of knowledge. Because when you are mode of passion and ignorance, you cannot have a drive or urge to do that. So Kali is that Kali is very bad. Therefore, you are the captain, you can help us to sail over insurmountable ocean of Kali. The sages are requesting Sutta Goswami that you are the captain and you can sail over the insurmountable ocean of Kali. This ocean of Kali is called insurmountable ocean. There's a Padma Purana, as I told you, that Krishna, 12 canto are the 12 limbs. There's a verse is there just after this explanation, that it is said that apara sansara samudra setu bhajamai bhagavatam tamadi devam purusane tamadi devam pusanidanam. Say this ocean, this Kali Yuga is like a material existence, or Kali Yuga is like a insurmountable ocean, and Bhagavatam is like a bridge one can easily cross. So here it is said that you are the captain, you can help us to sail over the insurmountable ocean of Kali. How? By directing us, enlightening us, educating us that Bhagavatam is the bridge. You don't need to be, you can easily cross over. Final question is, whom did Dharma took shelter after the Lord Krishna departure? So Lord Krishna, he came Dharma Sansthapanarthaya. When he went, along with the Dharma, knowledge, everything left. So now they are asking, after Krishna departure, where the religiosity or where the religion took shelter? It's a very important question. The answer is given that Krishna Sodhamopagate 1343. Where Bhagavatam, it took shelter in Bhagavatam. That means Bhagavatam is the Dharma. Bhagavata Dharma. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us Bhagavata Dharma. Bhagavatam Dharma means Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smarana. Hearing and chanting about the glories of the Lord. That is Bhagavatam Dharma. Therefore, in Bhagavatam book, it contains all this glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his pastime, his form, his entourage, his activities, his qualities, along with his pure devotees also. So that by hearing this, one can purify, will sprout of the love for Krishna and purify ourselves. Also extinguishes all our material misery, suffering. Vyasadeva say that the Sriyamanam Krishna Parama Purushe, Bhakti Utpadate Punswam, Jasyang Bhai Sriyamanam Krishna Parama Purushe, Bhakti Utpadate Punswam Soko Moho Bhayopa. By hearing the Krishna Katha, Bhagavatam, what will happen? One can sprout of the love of Godhead. Because our heart is purified now. It will become purified gradually. It will sprout of the love of Godhead. And all this illusion, lamentation, Soko, Moho, Bhaya, fear, lamentation and illusion, that will be extinguished. So that is the benefit. So this is the last question. We will a little bit why he's now very important. Why the sages are telling you are the captain? Because the spiritual master is the captain of the ship. So it is stated that there is beautiful verses than 11:20:17. Human body which can award all benefit automatically obtained by the law of nature. Although it is very rare achievement, this human body can be compared to the perfectly constructed boat, having the spiritual master as the captain. The instruction of Supreme Personality of Godhead as a favorable winds, impelling in on its course. Considering all the advantages, a human being who does not utilize the human life to cross the ocean of material existence must be considered killer of his own soul. So the beautiful verses spoken 11:20, that the human body is like a boat and captain is the spiritual master. Instruction is the wind that makes us to sail and cross over the ocean. If we do not take advantages of the human body, which is very, very rare, labdha sudallabam idam bahusambhamate, very, very rare, then like a spiritual suicidal. That means if you do not hear Bhagavatam, it is like spiritual suicidal. Because this instruction of the message of Supreme Lord is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is an elaborate explanation about the pastime of the Supreme Lord. That means we are very, very unfortunate. We are the spiritual suicide, we killer. So to recap that, the sixth question has been asked in this chapter. What is the ultimate good for all the people? The answer is given in all the second chapter, some also third chapter. Third. So what is the ultimate good for all the people? Essence of all scriptures, purpose of Krishna's appearance. Krishna's appearance is the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. Purusha avatar, Lila avatars, shelter of dharma after Krishna's disappearance. So this sixth question has been asked, and this question has been, because these questions are very, very important. Ultimate good of the people, essence of all scriptures, purpose of Krishna, why the God appeared. God appeared to reclaim the conditioned soul. Otherwise, why? It is the meaning of appearing for him. So, Purusha avatar, how he created this material world, how he enacted all the pastime. This has been given very nicely in the subsequent chapter. And where is the dharma after Krishna's disappearance? Dharma is there in Bhagavatam. So this is the first chapter in Canto 1. So I will send you this one. You can go through all the thing, and easy way to understand very easily. I mean, very easy way to assimilate this knowledge. You can uh, go through this process, like, how the divided invocation sages glorify Sutta Goswami, and 9 to 23 ask these questions. And here you can see everything has been given, that how everything is breakdown. Essence of all these questions has been breakdown here. Also subsequently, all these other verses, which is supported verses, also given in this chapter. So thank you very much. If any question, any doubt on this matter, please let us know. Let me know. We'll try to things. Very easy, actually. Try to understand Bhagavatam. Slowly you will get a taste. And easy to understand how this. And I will send you also the important sloka so that you know the theme. You know the theme, and context flow is easy to understand the Bhagavatam. So any question, anything, any doubt?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Visvambhar, Prabhu, Shri Prabhupada.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Like Prabhu, the question is like last you did that Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, that by working also we can like by working the result we can give to the Lord. But what the difference between the full-time devotee and the like doing working like working out and giving the result to the Lord?
Yes, very good question. So Krishna say that because Arjuna, Krishna is now giving everyone, or giving a evidence to everyone, that one can still work at the same times, one can also become purified. one can go back to Godhead. So Arjuna is a military man. He did not change his position. He is working. He is a military man. He is working. After hearing Bhagavad Gita also, he remained a military man. But what is the change? His consciousness has been changed because he, a result of his war, he sacrificed for the sake of Krishna, for the pleasure of Krishna. You see what he sacrificed? Arjuna's sacrifice is much greater than us. He sacrifices a relative. Initially, he was reluctant to fight because if he fights, the result is that he has to kill his own kinsman. But because Krishna wanted this fight, for the Krishna's desire, he sacrificed his relative. We are sacrificing nothing actually, little bit of salary. So here Krishna say that yes, karma yoga means yat korosi yat dasnasi yat johasi dadasya yat tapasyasi tat kurusama darpanam. You work at the same time, you are not implicated because your result should be given to the Supreme Lord. Whatever you do, the result. And full-time devotee already given, they are already surrendered. They have no fruitive activities involved there. In full-time pure devotees, there is no fruitive activities because they do not do any fruit. I mean, they do not go to work and get money and give because they are already fruitive activities. They already surrender and they already giving. There is no question of fruitive activity. They everything. My sarvani karmani. There's a beautiful verses I'll show you. The difference between a pure devotee. 330 has been given. 330 is the um, let me by the verse I open and send you. A very nice question. Sometimes they will see that what is the line. Both are same actually. One is engaged in fruitive activity, he gives the result, the end is same. And one is completely surrendered to Krishna and giving that end also same. So Arjuna become perfect by giving all this result. Here you can see I just chapter 3 Dharma Yoga. I just share the screen. Share the screen. Although it is not relevant to this Bhagavatam, but still I will show because you have asked the question. So here this devotees, my sarvani karmani sannyas adhyatma chetasa nirsairirmanna bhutvaha idusya vigata jwaraha. So here Krishna said, therefore, O Arjuna, surrendering all your work unto me with full knowledge of me, without desire of profit, with no claims to proprietorship, free from lethargy fight. So Prabhupada here say these words clearly indicate the purpose of Bhagavad Gita. The Lord instructs that one has to become fully Krishna consciousness to discharge his duty. As if in a military discipline, such an injunction may make things a little difficult. Nevertheless, duty must be carried out with dependence on Krishna because that is the constitutional position of the living entity. Living entity cannot be happy independent of the cooperation of the Supreme Lord because the eternal constitutional position of living entity to become subordinate to the desire of the Lord. Arjuna was therefore ordered by Sri Krishna to fight as if the Lord were his military commander. One is to sacrifice everything for the goodwill of Supreme Lord and at the same time discharge prescribed duty without claiming proprietorship. Arjuna did not have to consider the order of Lord. He had only to execute his order. The Supreme Lord is the soul. Here it is say that Arjuna, so here it is same thing. Sikri Prabhupada is saying that Krishna is explaining that Arjuna, you whatever your activities, you serve for the sake of me you do. Then that is equal perfect. Arjuna become a perfect devotee by discharging his duty as a military man. At the same time, he surrender his duty, means surrender all his result. He never claimed proprietorship. He simply surrender his result of the war to Krishna because for Krishna pleasure, Krishna wanted. And those who are full-time devotee, they also same thing. If they do not do, simply full-time is not a tag. Oh, I am full-time. Full-time means full-time consciousness. Full time is not just like many people become full time out of free accommodation, free food. No, or many people in the beginning they do not know anything. They go, but still. So full time means full time consciousness. Our consciousness should be like this. That whatever I am doing, working in a temple also, it should be meant for Krishna. It should not be for me. No more motivated things. Motivated full timer. Full timer means I am dedicated my lives. That is also sacrifice. I dedicated my prana or thair word into 20, what is that verse 10, 20 to 35. So Krishna say that you should give by four way we can surrender to me. So this is the thing. So here it is said that prana arthe dhiya basa. Prana arthe dhiya basa means we should, it is the duty of every living being to perform welfare activity for the benefit of other with life, wealth, intelligent word. So they have given their life, wealth, intelligent word, everything for the Krishna. If you give, then that is full time. And here also, if you are working also, you are working, you also giving your life. Arjuna may die also. He is working for Krishna. And he is killing not for his gain. He rejected. He told, I am not doing for his wealth. What will happen if I win the kingdom, but at the cost of killing my relatives? What is the use of that? What is the use of this opulence? I cannot sow, I cannot share, I cannot sow to my relatives if relatives are killed. And his intelligence also is giving. His intelligence was that I should not fight. Therefore, in the first chapter, he is arguing, Krishna, no, 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 it is not good. It is very, very bad. He's crying actually. How I think of killing them. And it is word also. Everything has been given. Arjuna also giving everything. So it is same actually. It is same. Only thing that one is Fruitiva, one is working on a different platform like free activities and giving. One is working on Krishna's service, everything. Do you think it's not, supposing in a full-time devotee, they are asking money, they are going for something. So they are also like seemingly fruitive activities. I mean, but working is for the Krishna. They are not asking money for themselves. So if a person who is working as an engineer, doctor, if he is working for the Krishna, then that is Krishna karma. That is called non-reactive path. That is called non-reactive path. And one has to, first of all, one has to know with knowledge, proper knowledge. Otherwise, one cannot do this one. So it is not, it is the same thing actually. It's same thing. Krishna also in second chapter, 48 verses, he told that very nice verse. He told that by Buddhi Yoga. What is that Buddhi Yoga? Buddhi Yoga is the same. Arjuna, you do this Karma Yoga. Yogastha Kuru Karmani Sangam Takta Dhananja Siddhi Asiddha Samabhuta Samattam Yoga Uchyate. Perform your duty, keepers, O Arjuna, abandoning all attachment to the success and follow. Such equanimity is called yoga. And second, next verses is telling, Dure nahi avaram karma buddhi yoga dhananjaya buddho saranam avinchinna kirpana falahetavaha. O Dhananjaya, keep all abominable activity far distance by devotional service. In that consciousness, surrender unto Lord. Those who want to enjoy the fruits of their work are mine. So here it is the same thing. Gives up all engagement save working in Krishna consciousness. Buddhi Yoga means transcendental loving service to the Lord. Same thing. Actually, Krishna is saying that work in Krishna consciousness, except work in Krishna consciousness, all activities are abominable. So if you are working outside, but result is giving, that is same as working for Krishna. In 8.7, Krishna also say that how everybody should learn from the Arjuna. In 8.7, Krishna say to Arjuna that tasmat sarveshu kalesu ma manusmana judyasa mai arpita manobuddhir ma vivasyasya samsam. Therefore, Arjuna, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna. At the same time, carry out your prescribed duty of fighting. With your activities dedicated to me and your mind intelligent fixed on me, you will attain me without doubt. Prabhupada is written here. This instruction to Arjuna is very important for all men engaged in material activities. This is your question actually. The Lord does not say that one should give up his prescribed duty or engagement one or engagement. One can continue them. At the same time, think of Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna. This will free one from the material contamination, engage in the mind and intelligence in Krishna. By chanting Krishna name, one will be transported to the supreme planet, Krishna love, without a doubt. So here, one is working outside means fruitive activity is contamination. But that fruitive activity, if it is dovetailed or engaged in Krishna service, then that is as good as you are a full-time devotee. As good as a full, because full-time devotees, are whole idea of full-time duty to engage full Krishna karma, engage in the service of the Krishna. They are not fruitive activities, they are dedicated. I want to serve Krishna completely. I do not want to go to work outside. But those who are working outside material activities, that can be purified by the process of End result is the same. Only thing, your consciousness should be perfect. That Krishna is the sacrifice. Krishna is the beneficiary of all sacrifice. Therefore, Krishna says, Karmani badhikarasya ma phaleshu kadachan. Ma karma phala hetur gurmate sangasya karmani. If you do this way, in that consciousness, that Krishna is the beneficiary of sacrifice, I am entitled to do my prescribed duty, but fruits is this, I am not entitled, because everything belongs to him. In this way, if we sacrifice all our prescribed duty for the service of the Lord, that is as good as you become a full-time devotee. It's matter of consciousness. It's not the matter of this. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given very nicely. Mahaprabhu said, no need to change your position. If you change position is good, because if you want to be fully okay, but if you cannot, then jnana prayasa udapasya namanta eva jivanti sanmukharitam bhavadiya vartam sthane sthita sutigatam tanumon tanuban manavi ye prayasa jita diso. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said that simply you don't have to change your position. You have to change your disposition. He say that you should simply stay wherever. Those who, even while remaining situated in their established social position, you are a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, engineer, doctor, throw away the process of speculative message within their body, word, mind, offer all respect to the description of the personality activity of dedicating activities and dedicating their life to this narration. That means you should hear Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, which are vibrated by you personally and by your pure devotee. Certainly conquer your lordship, although you are otherwise unconscious. See, Prabhupada is very nicely say that simply you don't have to change your position. You simply has to hear Krishna Katha. So automatically it will be like you will become conquered. Here Krishna Katha means you will come to the knowledge. Buddhi Yoga means intelligent. I am the servant of the Lord. Therefore, I should serve the Lord by the fruitive activities, by my Brahminical, by whatever it may be. I have to satisfy the Lord. I have to sacrifice my things for the Lord. So in this way also we can purify it. We don't have to change the, change the position. So that is the things that the difference. Otherwise, no difference.
Prabhu, like by doing works, giving results, it only pays for the we will give some money for the temple. But if all members are doing like this, but who will do that in temple worship and all, Prabhu? If we are if we can't be full time.
You can know, if you can be full time, that's different, because if you are not purified, simply come to pure for simply go to improve to something which you will come as a immaturely, if you come to temple, you will go back. So somebody wanted cannot give up for them, because Krishna is very merciful. Why he spoke karma yoga? Although he is telling that no bhakti, only bhakta mam avijananti javanjachasam. Only bhakti yoga is important, because everything will culminate to bhakti. But why he is speaking karma yoga? Because if somebody is attached to fruitive activities, he cannot give up. So for them Krishna is merciful. You can be purified also. But by the process of linking your karma yoga means karma, linking your fruitive activities with Supreme Lord, you can become perfect. You can become. For those who are already interested, no, I do not want fruitive activities. I do not want speculative knowledge. I want bhakti. They can, but everybody cannot come. Na? Therefore, in 12th chapter, Krishna say, those who cannot do, in 12th chapter, you can see, Krishna say the ladder. Krishna say that those who cannot do that, they can follow the process like if you cannot work for Krishna, you cannot full time. So then you can do all other things, you know. In 12th chapter, Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita, different ladder is there. Supposing you cannot do, then better to work for me. You cannot directly do all the things. So the gradation has been given by Krishna.
Okay, Prabhu.
Yeah. So this is the thing. Because if can everybody cannot directly come to meditate, na?
Yes, Prabhu. Like, what are the qualifications, Prabhu? They should be not be too much desireless like that. Huh?
Desireless means?
Like sorry, Prabhu. Uh, like they no have any desires, and they have to they have to surrender their lives for Krishna. They can be qualified for the full time, huh?
No, full time, this for qualification of the full time is not for qualification of the full time means you have to have a knowledge that what is the unnecessary productive activities. I can dedicate my life and I can, because sometimes what happens, because everybody cannot be karma yoga unless Krishna say buddhi yoga, unless one should have a knowledge of all the things that I am the eternal servant. Then I have to give everything for the Krishna. So for full time there is no qualification of the thing. Main thing is knowledge, that you should know that this life is, I should dedicate it one life for this. I have been doing productive activities for life after life after life after life, so why not I give up this life dedicated with Krishna, and so that I can easily go back to Godhead in this life. I will seriously discharge, because those who are in fruitive activities come to the platform of giving sacrifice for Krishna is very, very difficult for them, because they have so much aspiration, so much baggages, their things. So their progress is very chalked slow. Those who wanted to really speed up, expedited the process of advancement, they can full time, they can complete. Full time means what? Full time means 24 hours engagement. Outside, they do not get because you have to work. Profession demands you, hold you back. No, you cannot. But here, full time means every times they have to work. 24 hours they are in the service of the law. As Krishna demands that Manmana Bhava, always in service, always keep me in mind. But when you are working outside, you cannot keep every time
Yes.
Krishna in mind. Therefore, Krishna said to Arjuna, Maya arpita manobuddhi. So you should do that, Arjuna. You should work in such a way that you always will not forget me, always remember me. See, Krishna say that. Then kal sarvesu kalesu mam manusmarana. You always keep me in the mind, because I am working for Krishna. This is for Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. Because it is not the body that you exist. uh, this is a mind. Your mind is important. You are wherever your mind is. Therefore, to make your mind Krishna consciousness, that means you think of Krishna, mold our life such a way that always think of Krishna. And it is easy for us, for anybody, conducive if somebody is full time, because full time means somehow and other you are engaged in some service of the Krishna. That makes our mind to always keep on Krishna. But you are working outside as an engineer, doctor, profession demands to do some productive activity, which will make your mind. Although, if you are so advanced, you can remember also. Just like Prabhupada giving an example, Prabhupada say that, very crude example is given. Prabhupada say that when husband, a wife is loving other one person other than his husband, he is doing all kind of household things very nicely, so that nobody will doubt. But he is always thinking when will be night, when I will meet my what is called other man. So that means although he is working other things, but his mind is always thinking. Similarly, when you are mold of, when we're so advanced in consciousness, Krishna consciousness, although we are working, we will be always thinking of Krishna. That is a matter of love, how to develop our love for Krishna. When you develop the love for Krishna, just like gopis and all, although they are doing household life, but always think of Krishna. That can be possible. Prabhupada gave an example, crude example, this one. Even another example he gave, he told that in India, a woman is carrying his child, at the same time she is carrying a pot of water. And how he make balance both. So we can make a balance of all it. But it matters of our love for Godhead, how to develop the love, so that even after you are engaged in so many activities, still I am thinking of Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
So in this way we should mold our life. So thank you very much. It is a Bhagavad Gita out of the scope. So tomorrow we can discuss, Saturday we can discuss on the Bhagavad Gita question answer.
Sorry, Prabhu, for the
Yeah.
discussion, like interrupting.
Thank you very much for the
Thank you very
patience
much, Prabhu. Thank you.
and all the things. I will send the documents today. So thank you very much for attending. Let us continue to attend. So We will continue every Thursday and every Saturday Bhagavad Gita, every Thursday this one, Bhagavatam. अंतरा श्रीमद् भागवतम की जाय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंद हरि बोल, जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।